Oh yeah, this is a good question, girl. Like this is something that is another vital piece to moving that you have to be aware of, because you don't want to be in the middle of an emergency and then realize like, oh wow, I probably should have had this or that. So if you're new here, my name is Rondell and I cover all things moving and living abroad from a real, raw, realistic, and unfiltered perspective. If that resonates with you, follow this page so you don't miss any future videos, and then click the link in my bio and check out the Practical Expat. It's a e-guide that would help you move seamlessly so you avoid a lot of the pitfalls that many of us go through, and that you can be less stressed out and just settle in quicker. So let's talk about health insurance. When you're moving abroad, there's 3 different ways that you could approach this. Now, some of these ways are going to depend on the country that you go to, but I'm going to give you the ways and I outline it in more detail, like the differences and the benefits of each in the Practical Expat. That's why I told you I'll grab that e-guide, because it's going to tell you a lot more than I could tell you in a 10-minute TikTok. So the first form of health insurance is universal health care. A lot of countries offer it. I personally am in Guyana, so Guyana does have universal health care. And the benefit to that is that, of course, you have access to it. Like in my experience, they don't ask for your ID and all that when you go to the hospital. You just go to the hospital, you get checked out, and you get what you need to get done. There's going to be cons to that as well. Like you might have to look at the quality of the care, the staffing, et cetera, et cetera. The second option as an expat and living abroad is to get a personal health insurance. Now, depending on where you're going, again, you're going to have to look up different companies and see. I know Guyana has companies that offer group insurance, which is going to come through your employer, and you can't just sign up individually, but then they also have companies where you can sign up individually, and then you can get your quotes and all that accordingly. So you'll want to look at the countries that you're interested in and see which route might work for you. And if you missed my other video, that's why I had mentioned that sometimes I get why people want to get a job when they move somewhere, because if you are getting a job that offers group health insurance, then you could just sign on through your job. So there are pros and cons to any decision you make in life. Moving abroad and living abroad is no different. The third option for health insurance is going to be expat health insurance, and the benefit to that is that it follows you wherever you go. If you're going to be an expat that leans more to being a digital nomad, a backpacker, that's definitely going to benefit you, because depending on the countries you go to as well, you'll want to, again, get quotes, get information regarding whatever plan and provider you plan to go with, but it will follow you from place to place. So if you start in country A and you're like, you know what, after 3 months, I want to go to country B, spend 6 months there, and then go to the country C, it's going to follow you. You'll just have to make sure and check with your plan to make sure it's covered, and it can help cover routine and emergency situations for health, dental, vision, etc. Again, check with the company and see what they offer. And in the guide, I do list some company names that you could look at, and you could dig deeper depending on where you want to go. So that's how health insurance will be handled. Me personally, right now, I just take advantage of the universal health care, but I do plan within the near future to get a personal plan. I just was like, let me focus on the things like the citizenship part that's a little bit more urgent for me, because the universal health care, even if I have to pay for something out of pocket, it is dramatically cheaper here paying out of pocket than it is in the US. So it wasn't a pressing thing for me. And then the benefit for me too is that I have cousins that work in healthcare here. So I could at least get a referral and be like, hey, like, can you, send me to the right clinic or something, like point me in the right direction. So it wasn't an urgent thing for me. My mom, all her healthcare providers, everything are here, and she doesn't even have a personal insurance plan, and she's retired. So universal healthcare in Guyana does give you access to decent healthcare. It's improving. Now, are you going to get certain specialized care that you would get in the US and stuff? No, they just don't have the doctors here for that. And if they do, you're going to have to pay. That's where that personal insurance or that expat insurance comes to play. So yeah, that's how that kind of works. Look for your country, depending on what plan and what provider you go with, and definitely grab the Practical Expat as well.